In the heart of an endless desert where the sands remember the stories of forgotten civilizations, something ancient stirs. For centuries, nomads have whispered of a storm that speaks not of destruction but of destiny, a voice that only the chosen can hear. They say if you listen closely, you can hear the past begging to be remembered, but not all who follow its call return. Some vanish, others awaken. Tonight, under a sky ablaze with dying sunlight, the storm stirs again. And one soul dares to answer its whisper. Wrapped in flowing desert robes, a lone figure stands atop a golden dune at sunset. The air hums with warmth as sand cascades in soft patterns beneath her boots. Her scarf flutters violently in the wind, but she doesn't move. Her gaze is locked on the horizon, where a sandstorm brews, massive, spiraling, alive. It pulses with power as if it breathes. Her wide, determined eyes reflect both wonder and fear. Suddenly, a breeze grazes her ear, not a natural one, but a whisper. No words, just echoes, fragments of sound layered like faded memories. Her heart races. She has heard this in dreams. The same dream again and again. A storm, a voice, a promise. She steps forward, slowly descending the dune. Every step kicks up a puff of gold. As she walks, the wind begins to change. It no longer howls, it speaks. Low, melodic, inviting. Around her, the world seems to hold its breath. An old pendant swings from her neck. It glows faintly as the wind touches it. A memory stirs. Her grandmother once warned her. The desert guards what it loves, but it doesn't let go easily. Still, she walks. The sun dips below the dunes, casting everything in amber shadow. The storm is close now. Her robe is streaked with sand, her lips dry, but her eyes burn with purpose. She stops, her silhouette framed by the swirling edge of the storm. She opens her arms, feeling the wind wrap around her like a secret. And then, clearly this time, a voice in the wind whispers her name. With one final breath, she steps into the roaring wall of sand. Instantly, time seems to bend. The wind no longer stings, it dances. Swirls of golden particles spiral around her, illuminating a path where there should be chaos. Her scarf whips around like a flag, but she walks calmly, eyes wide, every sense awake. Inside the storm, mirages flicker in and out of view, a caravan long lost, a city swallowed by sand, statues half buried, a child chasing an echo. These aren't hallucinations, they feel real, tangible, like memories from another life. The deeper she walks, the more surreal it becomes. Ancient ruins shimmer into existence and then vanish. The ground shifts like flowing fabric beneath her feet. Grains of sand levitate around her fingers, pulsing with quiet energy. She spins slowly, overwhelmed yet focused. The storm is no longer a storm, it's a living memory, and it's showing her what it remembers. Then, a sudden burst of wind reveals a vast staircase, half buried, leading down beneath the dune. Lit by an unseen source, symbols carved along its walls glow softly as she approaches. The pendant at her chest hums again, stronger. The path is calling her. Below lies something that was waiting long before she was born. She descends the ancient steps. With every footfall, the wind above grows quieter, and a mystical silence settles in. The staircase opens into a grand chamber hidden beneath the desert, a temple carved not of stone, but hardened sand, molded over centuries by magic and memory. At the center, towering statues made of swirling grains stand like guardians. Though unmoving, their forms shift subtly as if breathing. Their eyes, carved from black obsidian, glint in the dim golden light. She steps forward, heart pounding. The air is thick with enchantment. Symbols on the walls flicker alive as she passes, reacting to her presence. On one wall, murals appear to animate, depicting a lone traveler tamming the storm, unlocking the desert's voice. She reaches out and touches one glowing glyph on the wall. Instantly, the chamber trembles. The sand beneath her feet shifts. The statues begin to move, slow, deliberate, powerful. They come to life, not with hostility, but purpose. A deep voice echoes, not from a mouth, but from the walls, the sand, the very breath of the chamber. Speak the truths buried beneath the storm. Answer what was forgotten. The sand begins to swirl in midair, forming living stories. A lost queen, a stolen relic, a betrayal beneath a blood moon. The riddles of the past are not words, they are visions made from dust and memory. She watches, breathless. Her journey is no longer just discovery, it is judgment. The room transforms into a vortex of shifting stories. The living statues now stand in a circle, their arms raised. One by one, their hands release trails of sand that weave into questions, not spoken, shown. She is tested, not on facts, but on understanding. What is forgotten is not always lost. Sometimes it hides to protect. One vision shows her own ancestor stealing a sacred relic. Another reveals that her family once betrayed the temple's oath. The storm did not summon her to explore, but to atone. Emotion surges. Her hands tremble as she lifts her pendant. It glows violently, responding to her heart's conflict. Can she reclaim a history she never lived? Can she mend a wound caused by blood long buried? A final vision forms, a mirror of herself. But this version falters, turns away. The sand challenges her to do what her past could not. With a deep breath, she speaks. I remember. I take responsibility. Let me repair what was broken. The sand calms. The room brightens. One statue kneels, offering a crystalline compass floating above its hand. As she reaches for the compass, light erupts from the chamber. The storm above parts. A single beam of sunlight pierces through the ceiling, illuminating her face. The compass spins, then points to the horizon. The wind now speaks with clarity, not whispers, but a song of hope. The temple rumbles, not collapsing, but closing. Its story has been entrusted. It can finally rest. She ascends the staircase, compass in hand. As she emerges from the dune, the desert stretches endlessly, peaceful, golden. The storm is gone, but the journey is just beginning. She looks down at the compass. It glows brighter. Somewhere far away, destiny waits. The wind brushes her cheek like an old friend. She smiles. And as the screen fades to black, a final whisper asks, if your past called to you, would you be brave enough to answer?